But yeah, one of the bartenders was like, if someone doesn't speak, not in Germany in general, but just in like that town area or a city, if someone doesn't speak English to you, it's because they don't want to speak English to you. So like everybody knows how to speak English in Munich.
Why wouldn't they want to?
Because they're just like stubborn. Like they don't like tourists, you know?
Oh.
So like he's like 90% of people will speak English to you, the other 10 won't.
Damn.
But it's also like if you try to speak German, then that obviously like makes them more happy. So like we went to a restaurant and my uncle, you know, he like looked up beforehand like how to say table for 3. So he said table for 3 in German. And the lady was like inside or outside. And we were all like,
wasn't ready for that one.
In. Like the only reason we knew what she said was because she like pointed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we were kind of like also like looked at each other, and my uncle was like in. She was like, okay, English. We were like, yeah. And they're like, oh, okay, no worries, you know.
So you went into Germany expecting like to hear nothing but like their language, huh?
Oh yeah, like I was ready to like
you were over here doing Duolingo and
yeah,
everything.
like well also just to like be nice, you know, try and learn their language.
Of course.
But yeah, I was ready to struggle.
Yeah.
And I did not struggle.
I bet you were relieved.
I was relieved like a motherfucker. Yeah. Because there were times whenever people like didn't speak English, or again it could be like the bartender said just because they didn't want to, but they weren't like assholes about it. You know, I went to a bakery. Of course, I went to a bakery, but I went to a bakery, and I was like, you know, just like pointing, like putting up like 2 and then pointing at something and be like, okay, and then but like that same guy said for here or to go. And I was like, and I was like he pointed like down.
So he didn't know English.
He didn't know English, but you know, he like point down and like point outside. And I was like, oh yeah, like we're gonna leave. He's like, okay.